Okay, y'all, we're back for the first time in a long time. Today, I just want to get on here and make some chicken and rice and show y'all a little tutorial about how I do that. So, I can go ahead and get my eye on. You're going to need a pot, kind of a bigger pot. I might have to switch it later on. You need a pot, a cup of rice. This is a little less. I've got another bag. I'm going to add some in. Water, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, salt, pepper, and curry powder, and 1 rotisserie chick. So, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get my rice started. Got my pan up, and I do 1 rice, and love that sizzle. 2 water. And I'm gonna add another cup of rice. So it'll be 2 cups of rice and 2 cups of water. I really couldn't remember. And I just used the white rice. You can use any rice though. I was just cutting the rice, filling up my other cup. Now this is how I usually just cook rice, but if you cook it a different way, that's all right. Just adding in that other cup. That way we got 2 and 2. And then I just get a little mixer and mix all that together and let it sit. We might add more water if needed. I try to add a little bit more, but the next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna need a big old container to put everything in. So I can set this here. We're just gonna cut our chicken. Now, I get a rotisserie chick from Walmart. You can boil your own chicken, rotisserie your own chicken, bake it, whatever you want to do. I'm just in college, so this is what works for me. It's easiest. This is a lemon pepper chicken, but I usually get a traditional chicken. I bought this yesterday, and my hands are clean, just so you know. And we're just gonna, I don't use the skin. I peel that skin, get it off. It usually peels right off after you first get it. I was going to make this yesterday, but, you know, things happen. But whatever type of chicken you want to make, lemon pepper, traditional, whatever, doesn't really matter too much. It's just your preference. And what I'm doing now is I'm just cutting the chicken out like this, and get that little skin. And I'm just plopping it in the container, and we'll come back to it in a minute. You're gonna want to stir your rice every now and then too. Just so it's not sitting in one spot for too long. And I start with the middle and cut it out. You're not going to use your whole rotisserie chick for this. Just pulling big chunks out. I'll show you what I do with the leftovers. If you're doing this right when you cook your chicken, or, you know, when it's hot, this is cold right now because it's been in the refrigerator. When it's hot, it's a lot easier to maneuver. But I'm just getting as much chicken as I can off from the breast over here. That's not gonna work. Then we're gonna go over to the other side, and then we're not supposed to cut on yourself. towards yourself. So, learned that from a high school band teacher. He cut his finger, his tendon from his thumb all the way down on a box cutter. And he had to have surgery. Now, I don't know if you can hear this or not right now, but my rice is boiling. And when the rice comes to a boil, you bring it down to a little simmer and let it slowly cook. And that's what I do anyway. So you mix that rice together, just making sure we're not sticking to the pan too much. And when our rice gets cooked, we'll move on to the next part of that. But until then, we're just cutting this rotisserie chick. And if you notice on your rotisserie chick, you're gonna have like a bone in the middle. That's fine. You're not gonna use that. You're just gonna cut around it. And you just pull that chicken, plop it in your pot. Love it, love it. So right now, we're having a snow day where I'm at. It's supposed to be student teaching, but they canceled school. So I was gonna make this yesterday evening, and then they canceled school, and I thought, well, I'll just wait till today, which is what I did. My peepaw, I live with my peepaw in college, and he was making chicken noodle soup yesterday, so I didn't want to bother him, you know. And I mean like homemade chicken noodle soup, not like your Campbell's, which Campbell's is good too. So we got that. The rice is looking good. Looking good. We got the big parts out, and this is all. This will be too much for rotisserie, but I like to pull the legs off and get the meat around the legs and put it in a separate container, and we'll put our extra in a separate container. Because my sister, who also is in college and lives with us, likes to make rotisserie, like chicken sandwiches to take to school, and so that's what we do with the remaining meat. So just so we're not wasting it, and you can put it in a salad, you could, I don't know, whatever you want to do, whatever you do with your chicken. So you just see me pulling this off right now. Watching the rice. It's cooking pretty good. Okay, let me go get my container for this chicken. And the extra chicken that we're not going to need for the chicken and rice is also going to go in there. So we're just making sure everything has a place. And oh, our rice is doing good. We're doing good. Yes, let's have a lighter here. I'm just going to add a smidgen more water to it. Just a smidge. Not even, it's maybe like a fourth of a cup, if even that. And this is just so it stays nice and moist while I'm moving the chicken around. So I got these containers at the Aldi. I love Aldi. And just putting that chicken in there. And there will be more. Don't like the skin. Now, if you like the skin on your chicken, that's fine. You can put it in there. It freaks me out a wee little bit. So I tend to stray away from that. And it's okay if there's a couple bones. She just picks it off the bone. My grandpa might walk in a second. He went to the dump. So I'm just going to move my rotisserie chick over here so it's out of the way. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wash off both of these cans. Wash it and then wipe it off. Gonna open them, both our cans, like so. Oop, I messed it up. Okay.
They took the day off too.
Huh? Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Chicken and rice. I'm just popping that in there. Oh,
Ain't nothing to the
dip. That's my grandpa. I'm making a video on how to make chicken and rice. So I'm just putting both these cans in here, like so. Gotta be very careful, don't cut yourself. You can get the low sodium ones or you can get the regular ones. It really doesn't matter. So once you do that, you're gonna mix it in with the rice. And it's gonna cook. Because we do not like to eat raw soup. That's gross. I'll just leave my stirrer in there. And then you take your curry powder, and I don't use a measuring. I just go with my heart. Put lots of that stuff in there. I at least put like 2-3 tablespoons in there, just because it's so it makes it good, in my opinion. And then you just put a little pepper in it while it's cooking. That helps it too. And you just like sprinkle it over the top. A little bit more curry powder. And mix that in. You're gonna add more salt and pepper at the end. So we're just gonna bring this down to low and let it cook. We don't need these anymore. Move my cans over. And you'll occasionally stir it. Now for this chicken. What I do is I cut it up into small pieces. Small chunks. About like this size to this size. It just varies. You're just gonna cut it up to where it's smaller so it mixes good with the rice in here in a minute. Now it's important that you have a big old pan because we mix it all together and you kind of lay it out like a sheet, like a cake. I'm just keeping an eye on your soup, your chicken and your soup and rice combination, and making sure that looks all good. You can also do this in a frying pan. That's just not what I do. I don't roll like that. I like me some buckets, pots. I'm just cutting up the smaller pieces right now and moving them to the side. And you'll do this too. Just making it work. And it smells really good. You'll be able to smell the curry if you put enough in it, in your soup. It smells good to me. If you don't like curry powder, you could just leave out the chicken and cream of chicken soup and just do it like that. These bigger pieces of chicken, I'm just popping in this bowl. So now we got like half a bowl full. We'll have more here in a minute. And you might be asking yourself, how do you know when you have enough chicken? I like to just be able to spread it out and have it all on the bottom. Just kind of covered, not super covered, but like dusted on the bottom. Gonna stir my rice, my soup mixture over here. Just making sure nothing sticks. There's my grandpa going in the basement. We got a garage door down there. He does wood laying down there. He makes cutting boards, snowmen, bowls, mug type cups. It's pretty fun. It's a fun time. He enjoys it. You can have more or less chicken however you decide to do it. It just depends on the person. I like to have chicken in almost every bite though, for myself. All right. And if you look in here, you'll see it's kind of covered. Not too much, not too little. Cut a smaller piece up of the darker meat. Sprinkle some of that in there. Tate does not like dark meat, but I do. And this is not a dairy-free option. So now we've got our chicken and rice all cooked. You can see it in there. Gonna turn that eye off while I'm thinking about it. And then we're just gonna pour it all in. And then when it's all in like this, I just mix it around, mix the chicken up in it, where it's different layers. Shake it a little bit, make it even. Right now it smells very chicken and cream of chickeny, so I'm going to put some more curry powder in it, because I want to smell that curry powder. He's just really wanting to open and close that door today. So what I do is I just take my curry powder, sprinkle it on the top, like a whole layer. And again, this is optional. You don't have to do this. Gonna mix it up in there. There we go. That's the smell I want to have. And then when all that's done, you feel like you have enough curry powder, I'm just gonna take my pepper and sprinkle my pepper, like a layer of pepper on the top. Then I'll take my salt, because I don't like a lot of salt, and I'm just going to sprinkle it on there. Boom. And it should look just about like this when you're done. Then you just take your lid, pop it on there. I got a breathable lid, so I don't really have to worry. Keep the lid up so it can steam. And you stick it in your fridge. And you can eat on this for about a week and a half, maybe. if you really stretch it, if you freeze it. And then the chicken, you can eat on this for about a week too. And this is just one of the meals that I prep for teaching and school and work. I like to eat on it throughout the week. I do about every other day. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it.